Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Explosive Review. I'm Brian, and this is part 3 of getting into paintball. Alright, so you've been out to play a few more times, you got your new mask, you're really liking it still now that you can actually see who you're shooting at. You got a nice comfortable mask, so you're really enjoying yourself now. It's time to buy a bit more gear. Today is going to be a few different, fairly inexpensive items that are really going to improve your playing abilities as well as the amount of fun that you're going to have out there. First thing we're going to talk about, and this might seem a little bit weird, is just a plain gravity feed hopper. Now the reason I say this, most guns that you rent at a field are already going to have this on there. However, oftentimes they're used and abused and the lids don't close very well on them anymore. So if you get one that's good, has a nice solid lid that closes, good seams around the edge that aren't going to leak water into it if it's raining, this is going to keep your paint a lot safer and it's going to prevent you from dumping all your paint on the ground, which we have all done at some point in our careers playing paintball, and I'll tell you, it's no fun. This is something that you can keep forever and ever as your backup. Really, they last for pretty much ever, provided that you don't crush them with a truck. But really good idea to have in anybody's gear bag. I think every player should have a gravity-fed hopper, at least as a backup. Even if you have an expensive electro one, in case it goes down, these things work great on just about any gun. So pick up one of these. It's going to help you out a lot. Next thing is a pod pack. Now, you can usually rent these at a field for $5, but they're usually the stupid little belt ones that clip, and the Velcro's not very good on them, and they never quite fit properly. If you pick up a good pod pack, it's going to allow you to carry extra paint, as well as improve your ability to move around, run around, and shoot people out. Now, the way that you wear one of these, in case you don't know, goes around onto your back, Velcro's around into the front, and this is really secure now. And if you look, the pods actually slide in from the bottom, so you can grab them and pull them out like that. So these are a really nice item that again is going to allow you to move around a lot better. Of course, pick up some good pods with it. Pick up a few extras. There's a good chance you'll end up losing a few out on the field as you go along, but that's okay because they're pretty darn cheap. So, pod pack, definitely a good idea. Final item that we're going to talk about today is gloves. Now again, a lot of fields might have a bin that you can borrow gloves from, that sort of thing. However, if you can, get your own. If you like gloves and decide that you want to wear them when you're playing, get your own because they're going to fit properly, they're going to help to protect your hands, and they're, again, something that you can use for lots of different things. I've done an entire separate video on what gloves to buy for paintball and airsoft, but just to show you, you got quite a few options out there. You got paintball gloves, you got more expensive tactical gloves, and then you just have general purpose work gloves. And out of all of those, my favorite are just the general purpose work gloves. This is a pair of Mechanics original gloves, and I think that these are probably some of the best gloves that money can buy, and they're not very expensive either. So these are a really nice pair of gloves that will last a long time, that are very versatile in terms of what you can use them for, and just help to give you a little bit of hand protection. It's especially good if you're playing out in the woods, places where there might be sharp objects. It's a good idea to protect your hands, and really they're not too cumbersome, so depending on what kind of gun you're shooting, you shouldn't really have any problems using gloves. So just to run down what we've talked about. A good gravity-fed hopper, nothing really special, super cheap. You can pick these up for not very much money, and provided that you get one that closes and seals properly, it's going to help you out a lot. Pod pack, so you can carry that extra paint without it rattling around, falling out, losing paint, which nobody wants to do because it's expensive. So pick up one of these that fits good, try them out at your local pro shop if you can. A lot of them just have one size fits all, but you know, still try them out because sizes do vary. And finally, a good pair of gloves, okay? A good pair of gloves is going to help to protect you and keep you happy when you're out there on the field. This has been an explosive review. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and comment.